So I am here with my Q&A video, so let's get started. Anonymous asks, why is your hair so perfect? My hair isn't so perfect. So I don't know how to answer that. My hair is riddled with problems, but thank you for thinking my hair is perfect. Next anonymous question. How did you get your eye color? Well, sweet Anon. One day, a man and a woman met on the beach. They decided to start dating. They decided to get married. And they decided to make a baby omelet by scrambling sperm and eggs. And then I was born. And their DNA made my eye color. Yeah. Alright. Rose asks, what's your favorite thing you've seen Catherine Tate and Alex Kingston separately in, and what movie do you think they'd be perfect in? My favorite thing that I've ever seen Catherine Tate in, I think it's a straight tie between the Catherine Tate Show and Doctor Who. The Catherine Tate Show was the first thing I ever saw her in. My friend Amy actually introduced me to it because it was her mom's favorite show, and she was like, "You must see it," and I was like, "Okay," and her mom made us tea and beans on toast, and we watched the Catherine Tate Show, so it will always have a special place in my heart. Alex Kingston, we all know how I feel about River Song, but I'm going to have to go with ER because I grew up watching ER. My parents never missed an episode, and although I don't think I was able to appreciate it as much when I was little because I was little, I just knew that it was quality. So, ER. What movie would I want to see them in? Well, if I could see them in a movie together, and I'm assuming a movie that's already been made, I would like to see their interpretation of Losing Chase, which is a movie with Helen Mirren and Keira Sedgwick. I think that would be really great. And then, you see, it's really hard to pick movies that are already established. I don't know. I'd really like to see Alex Kingston's interpretation of Martha from Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. But you see, Elizabeth Taylor was so wonderful. So that's really hard. I don't know if I can answer that to the best of my ability, but I would really like to see Catherine Tate in a movie with Tina Fey and or Amy Poehler. That's what I want. Little Queen X asks, Dear Lauren, your makeup is always flawless. What are some of your favorite products, and do you have any advice? XOXO Amanda. Amanda, my makeup is not always flawless, but I will answer your question. My favorite product at the moment is the Urban Decay Naked Palette. It has every neutral color you could ever want or need, and it's just really good quality. The Voluminous Millions of Lashes is my favorite mascara at the moment, which is a drugstore mascara. I really like, Urban Decay. Urban Decay liners are my favorite. Some MAC eyeshadows, I don't recommend putting MAC foundation on your face. At least not for me, because I have hypersensitive skin, and it just breaks me out, and it's bad news bears all around. Any advice? Watch your grandma put on makeup? That's what I did. When I was 3, I remember waking up at my grandparents' house, and my grandpa was making waffles, and I was like, Grandpa, where's Grandma? And he was like, she's fixing a face. And I was like, no. He said, she's putting on her face. And my 3-year-old mind went, Grandma takes off her face at night? So I, like, slid out of the chair and, like, James bonded it to, like, my grandparents' bedroom. Then, like, I crawled, like, into the bathroom and, like, peeked my head around my grandma's, like, vanity. And I just, like, stared. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, Grandpa said that you were putting your face on, and I just thought it would be a good idea for me to know how to do that for when I'm older. I don't know how to take my face off. And then she laughed because that's ridiculous to think that she actually took her face off. And then whenever I was at their house or they were babysitting us at my parents' house, I would watch her put on her makeup. It was my favorite thing to do. Besides that, moisturize, blend, exfoliate. That's what I can say about that. Amanda also asks, if the doctor showed up on your doorstep and said you got one trip, what time would you visit, and who would you want to meet? I would really, really, really like to meet Lucille Ball. She's one of my favorite people ever. I would also really like to meet Judy Garland. But, like, there's so many time periods I would like to go to, but realistically, everyone tells me that, everyone in my family tells me that I remind them of my grandma Dorothy, or my great-grandma Dorothy, who I never got to meet. So I think I'd actually just like to travel back in time as far as meeting my great-grandma Dorothy, because I want to meet the woman who apparently I'm a lot like. I know it's nothing, like, exciting, like, it's not like the Roaring 20s or anything, but I'd just really like to meet her. Alright. Esme asks, what have been your top 3 favorite roles to play? Alright, well, I think I would have to pick Dorothy when I was 5, because that's the first play musical I was ever in. Did I just call The Wizard of Oz Dorothy? I played Dorothy. I don't remember. I'm going to have to go look back at the video now. Second favorite would have to be... we did a play called If Sherlock Holmes Was a Woman, and I got to play Shirley Holmes. So, because of reasons, that would be my number 2. And then, when I played Jan in Grease, that was a lot of fun because I got to be really crazy and no one could tell me I couldn't. I'd be like, I'm just going to bring this on stage because it seems like a good idea. And everyone's like, oh, okay. I was like, yes. I feel like Jan's like the ultimate, like, fangirl when it comes to anything. At least that's how I saw her. So it was just an even more hyper version of myself, which was great. It was great. Esme asks, besides You Better Learn the Fucking Torah, what other what other gems can you share from your bubby? Well, Once, when I went to go visit my bubby with my Aunt Cheryl, we walked into her house, and the first thing she said to my aunt was, "Cheryl, you look good for yourself." I don't know why I think that's so funny, but it's one of my favorite things she's ever said. Esme also says, admit it. There's a question you were hoping someone would ask because you have a kick-ass answer. So, Lauren Donna Noble River song. What has been the hardest thing for you to say to anybody? To which I would reply, the hardest thing I have ever had to say to somebody, without a doubt, has to be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That is the question I wish someone would have asked me. All right, next question, or next set of questions, comes from Selena. Selena asks, Alex or Catherine? How do I choose? That is not a fair question. In fact, I may just skip over it because that's not nice. We're in a fight right now. Alright, I don't like being in a fight. We're not in a fight anymore. But I can't choose. It's like Sophie's Choice. Like, seriously, it is Sophie's Choice status. I just can't do it. I cannot choose. Alright. Theater or magma? We all know how much I love the stories of the sexual frustrations that geologists endure, and how the only love they get is from rocks. But I'm going to have to go with theater, because that is where my happy place is. Home or hell? Home? My home has snuggly blankets and lots of movies and tea and comfy stuff. Yeah. Catherine's boobs or Alex's boobs? Okay. Well, I myself suffer from gigantomastia, so I believe two large-breasted women together would just be complicated. Therefore, I would have to go with Alex. Although I'm not sure that you were asking if my answer was exactly the way you asked. Now I am flustered. Alright, I'm gonna go with Alex's boobs. For reasons. 'Cause they're nice. I should really go. Anyway. Do you ship the glorious Rupina and Nellie? You're killing me. You are actually killing me. Of course I ship it. I ship it hard. I ship it long. I ship it 24/7. I ship it in the car. I ship it in a house. I ship it everywhere. I ship it on the beach. I ship it across the street. Every way you can ship it, I ship it. That is that. Is there one place in the world that you would die to visit? I don't know if there's one place in particular that I would die to visit. I just want to visit everywhere. So if I had the opportunity to go somewhere, I want to go. Yeah, but currently I'm leaning more towards London because that's where I want to go to school. But like I said, I want to visit everywhere. What are some of the things on your bucket list? Well, I want to live in London for a little while. I want to live in New York. I am petrified of heights, but I have to say that I would love to jump out of an airplane over New Zealand because it's gorgeous, and I've never been there, but I've seen pictures, and I've seen video of my friend doing that exact thing, and I was just like, okay, if I'm ever jumping out of an airplane, that is where I'm jumping out of an airplane. Other things on my bucket list, there are so many musicians that I want to see live. I actually just recently checked Dolly Parton off of that list. That was pretty great. You see, I think of these things all the time, but I never write them down, which is bad. Well, I guess it's not that bad, but I don't remember what's on my bucket list. I just try to say yes to everything, so I don't have things on my bucket list. So I can just say that I did things. The next set of questions comes from Rebecca. She asks, how did you come to Tumblr? Well, a lot of people I actually knew, like, in real life were getting Tumblrs, and just for the heck of it, I got one. But I didn't actually go on it at all. I just had one. I didn't even, like, have one and check things out. I just had one. And then one night when my insomnia was really bad, I was like, oh, I'll go check this out. And it happened to have been in, like, the height of my Doctor Who watching, which, I mean, it's still pretty high. Let's get real. But, yeah, that is when I lost all of my sanity. Everything. Just, I lost my ovaries, I lost my sanity, and I was hooked. And I still am. It has me whipped. Your first major fandom-related obsession. I think, like major, Will and Grace. Definitely Will and Grace. And last fangirling moment you just had. Well, I just got home from the last day of the Doctor Who convention, where I fangirled everywhere. I don't think there are just bits of me everywhere at that convention. Just splattered everywhere. Just lust, fangirling, ovaries, everything. And I'm still fangirling. I'm still wearing my River Song outfit. I mean, am I ever not fangirling? I don't think so. But I particularly lost my shit when I was at a screening of Let's Kill Hitler, where the director was giving commentary, and every time Alex Kingston came on the screen, he, like, professed his love for her and just was singing her praises, and I was like, dude, I so get you, and I really like that we're in the same boat. We both go apeshit when her talented self is just there, and you're just like, yeah. That's all I can say about that. Alright. Amy asks, how much do you love me? So much. So much. You are such a wonderful person. You are the first person I ever talked to on Tumblr. I love how much we fangirl over Helen Mirren together, how much we fangirl over Catherine Tate together, how much awesome you possess in your small body. I just think you're great. All right, favorite ice cream? Mint chocolate chip. This question again. Donna Noble or River Song? Like I told Selena, that is not a fair question. It is like Sophie's Choice and I can't choose. Now, if you were more specific, like, oh gosh, I don't even know. I don't think I could choose even then. I think I would be lost in an abyss of my own mind. Can I just have them both? Or a hybrid? Either one. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. I'm going to move on to the next question. If you came to the UK to visit me, what would our day consist of? Well, first we would go to the Doctor Who experience because I've never been. Then we would eat beans on toast because yum. Then we would have tea because also yum. Then I'd probably drag you to a show in the West End because I've always wanted to see theatre in London. Hey, Selena, bucket list. Bucket list. One thing on my bucket list. All right. Then I think I'd leave it up to you, honestly, because I don't live there. So everything would be relatively new to me because I've only been there once and it was only for a day and we didn't do much. So I just want to experience London either way. And I feel like since you live there, you would be great at that. All right. Next question comes from Stephanie. She says, what are your thoughts on being in the middle of a Tate Kingston sandwich? My thoughts are that I would die. Or be scared. Or not know what to do with myself. Or, like I said, die. Die of happy, die of I don't even know. I don't even know. Like I lack the vocabulary to properly tell you what I would do because there aren't any adjectives to describe the feelings. They're just feelings that are I can't. Yeah. All right. Danny asks, if you could swap places with any Who character, who would you choose? Well, considering I would really like to either hang out with Donna Noble or River Song more than I'd want to be them, probably Amy Pond. That way I could hang out with the Doctor, River, and Rory in the TARDIS, and it would be amazing. Yeah, you just have me lost in thought now, and I just can't go on. Next question. What do you do to find creative inspiration? I don't know. I do a lot of people watching, which is actually now part of my curriculum for theater class. It's now an assignment I have to do every single week. I have to go somewhere and observe people's interactions with each other, and it's just given me license to be a creeper. Let's get real. That's what it's done. It's given me license to be a creeper. I like to draw. I like to write, although I'm not very good at either of them. I don't know. I feel like I just get inspiration from everything, whether it be like movies and TV shows I watch, or just being outside, I don't know, experiencing the world is probably where I get my most inspiration. And yeah, I think that's it. It's definitely, experiencing the world is where I get most of my inspiration. Looks like that's it. Thank you for watching this incredibly long video. This is 25 minutes. If you are still watching, I don't even know why you're still watching. I am really not interested, and I don't know why this is so long. And I need to go and let you go if you're still watching. I am so sorry. Goodbye. I love you all.